Hi, my name is Tanya Bridges. I'm a teacher here at South Hart Elementary School, and I look forward to talking to you today about some resources you can use at home with your child to help support them in the area of mathematics. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you now and go through a slideshow that I've created in order to show you some of those resources. So I want to get started by talking just a little bit about our mission at South Hart. The mission of South Hart Elementary School is to prepare all individuals to soar above tomorrow's challenges by providing quality educational opportunities today. At South Hart, we want to partner with you. We want to partner with parents to make our vision come alive. We want to give you some ideas today to support you in the areas of math at home. The first thing I want to talk about is real-world math, ways to reinforce math skills with your child. Doing things at home, not just using a computer, but real-world activities are just so beneficial. One of the most beneficial things that you can do. So for example, measuring laundry detergent with a measuring cup. It's a great way to teach those measurement standards. Measuring ingredients when cooking. Going to the grocery store and paying with a $20 bill and asking your child to tell you how much change you're going to get back. Doing things like going through the grocery store and adding up items as you put them in the grocery cart. Skip counting when you have groups of things like, money or things like that. Those are some great ways to really reinforce the different types of standards that they're learning about here at school. You can just take those and work with your students at home, and you're naturally going to be doing those kinds of things anyway. So that's a way to incorporate some time with your child as well. All right, and then I'm going to now talk to you about some other things, some websites and games that you can use to help your student at home. One of those things is Reflex Math. It's one of the great ways we have, great tools that we have to reinforce those fluency standards in mathematics. Students from K through 5 can use Reflex Math to work on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And so what they'll do is they'll get on the site, and the way to do that is to go through Clever and click on the Reflex Math button, and then you go and they will play games, and they'll play different types of games using the fact families that they are not as familiar with. So this does a little diagnostic there where when they get the same question right several times, they'll no longer have that question and they're considered fluent. And so it will give them those facts until they finally are fluent in them in a game-based atmosphere that makes it really fun. When they get their green light, it'll show you a circle at the top corner of their screen. It will be completely filled in green. That means they're done for the day. Research shows that at least 3 days of Reflex Math, getting those green lights, really benefits your student with their fluency. All right, now we're going to move on to Study Island. That's another app you can find in Clever. Study Island is a wonderful resource, not just for mathematics, but it's also for all other subjects. So when you log in, you'll go to whichever grade level that you're trying to see, 3rd, 5th, 1st, whatever you're trying to see. And then you can go to the content area. In this case, we're talking about mathematics. You will see practice questions for every single standard that your child will learn this year. So there will be a practice for every single standard. In addition to that, under classes on Study Island, you can go to their learning path. So we take something called the MAP test. And the MAP test is administered several times a year here at South Hart Elementary. What it does, it takes the data, it takes how your student did, and it plugs it into Study Island, and it gives them a learning path based on what they still need to learn. It's a great resource, not only to practice those standards that are for their grade, but also to practice maybe standards they need to work on that are reinforcing lower grade standards that maybe they didn't do as well on, or even higher, going a little higher if they did really well on their MAP test. It's a wonderful way to really practice their math at home. All right, another thing that you can use is iExcel. This is a personalized learning tool that your child can do online. So they can reinforce specific standards, very similar to Study Island, but the students seem to like iExcel a little bit better because it's more quick fact check rather than reading really lengthy passages and things like that. So they can reinforces specific standards that your students will need, possibly if they need additional assistance or to preview even upcoming skills. Again, this is found on your Clever page. It's a great way for them to practice things at home. So, for example, if your child comes home and they're learning to, let's say, do long division, and they had a really hard time on the lesson, and the homework is a little hard too, maybe there's only 5 problems, you could go to iExcel and go to division and practice that skill a few times, and then go and do your homework so that you're sure that you're able to do it before you go to that homework page. Or again, you can go and you can look at skills that maybe you'll be learning next week or next month. So it's a great tool to go and look at all those standards and see what your students are really doing in the classroom. Cern. Cern is also a tool that we use, several teachers use, but it's not something we have on the Clever page. This is a free resource. All you have to do is Google Cern, and you can sign up at home as a parent. And it has videos, it has practice questions, it has worksheets, it has a diagnostic piece in it to where if the students aren't doing as well on certain standards, it will give them more practice. And so all you have to do is type in the word Cern into your search bar, and you can sign up for a free account. And that's a way, especially maybe during the summer months, or if your child needs some extra practice on the weekend and you're not able to get enough practice that you feel like they need, you can go to Cern and have some skills taught there. So that's a great resource as well. Prodigy. This is a wonderful resource. It's also very, very fun. The kids love Prodigy. Prodigy is a game. It's almost like a video game. It is a video game. The students will battle with other students, and they're not able to communicate in the same way as maybe like if they were on an Xbox. So you don't have to worry about that piece of it, but you have students battling students, and they're doing math problems. And the teacher can assign specific math problems for them to do, specific standards. Or if the teacher doesn't, your child can just go on there and do free play, and they'll still have to answer those math problems. The math problems will get harder as they go along because it will give them a diagnostic. And so it kind of evens out when they start getting questions that are too hard. And so let's say I am battling another person. My math problem may not be the same math problem the other person has. My math problem will be on my level, and their math problem will be on their level. And that makes it a little bit simpler, and everyone is able to answer the questions correctly. So it's never too hard. And so, but it does teach, and it gets harder as they do better. It's a really fun way for your students to practice math skills, and they don't even feel like they're practicing math skills. So if we ever have a day where the students have done really well and I want to give them a prize as a teacher, I'll say, let's do Prodigy for about 20 minutes. And I set a timer, and I say, whoever answers the most questions, the top 5, I'm going to give you 5 dojo points or something like that. The kids go crazy. They love it. So this is a really fun, exciting way to practice math skills, even at home. All right, other things for 3rd through 5th graders. And we kind of touched on this earlier at the beginning, just things you can do at home. But just to go back and reiterate those things: measuring ingredients when cooking, paying with cash and counting out money, estimating when shopping, how much do you think our groceries are going to cost, applying a tip in restaurants, weighing produce in the grocery store and using a scale, using a tape measure to measure the height of your family, walks in nature to identify shapes of objects. Those are all some really great things that you can do. And so with that, I am about to end this presentation, but I just want to tell you how much I enjoyed sharing this information with you. As always, we at South Hart are here to support you and your child. If you have any questions or any concerns, please let us know. And feel free to watch this video again or even have your child watch it with you so you guys can together come up with some great ways and let them choose some different ways that they would like to practice math at home. All right, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see all of you soon.